Yeah, so this has all been very last minute, very unexpected, but we definitely have had enough time to prepare. Probably not prepare in the way I prefer to have prepared, but it's been great anyway. We've been constantly just staying consistent with training, regardless, just being ready for whenever we get a call. So when this opportunity came up, it was basically let's just take it and roll with it as soon as possible. I was actually in the audience for her one championship debut. We were over in Singapore for the Gamma tournament, and we got tickets to come
Yeah.
to that card. So I actually got firsthand viewing of that fight. I thought she displayed some decent striking, showed like her um, her benefits of a range really well. There was some ground game, so there was a little bit of a preview for kind of like every aspect of the game, I guess. So it was a really good experience being able to watch that firsthand. And then obviously we've gone over the fight footage again a few times in the lead up to this fight. So we've watched it a fair few times now. Definitely a range. Anyone could attest to that. She's a very tall lady, and for the weight division as well, it's a massive strength of hers. And I guess like her unorthodox approach, like having a karate style, it's probably not something that a lot of MMA fighters are used to. I know like it's not something I'm used to, so it's definitely been something that we've had to take into account. I'm hoping her weaknesses kind of, go hand in hand with her strengths. So obviously her size, her tallness, like if we can use that to my advantage, obviously getting in close. I feel like I'm possibly stronger than she is. So using that to my advantage as well. Uh, very surreal. So Gamma was a whirlwind. It took me by surprise a lot. Coming out of that with a win and then coming out of that with the one championship contract was just insane. I never expected it. I would not have guessed that would be the outcome. So we're extremely lucky that that's what happened. So going from that into the next year and a half of what we've all been through, to be here right now is insane. Like my mind's blown. It's completely surreal. Um, I try and be aggressive, but I think it comes across a bit more stubborn than anything. I like striking. I like to clinch. I like wrestling. I kind of like a bit of everything. So I'm looking forward to making this fight a little bit scrappy, and we'll see if it ends on the floor or ends on the cage. But I'm looking for that finish. I'm looking not to get to decision. I want to finish this fight. I think there's some benefits for both of us. I think it's going to be a very challenging fight. I think it's going to be a bit of an awkward fight to begin with. But I think our styles match up pretty well. And I'm hoping that my style comes out on top. I'm looking to pursue the strawweight division. So that's what we initially expected. So I'd been consistently cutting down for a while to make that weight. So when this was called out, it was initially offered at 60. So at flyweight.
Yeah, flyweight.
So at that point, I was pretty much already a kilo and a half, nearly 2 kilos under that weight. So Colby was great and agreed to come down a little bit. So we've gone for a catch weight of 60.6 kilos. So it's still heavier than what I'd like to eventually fight at. But for now, this is a perfect stepping stone. We've been eyeing off Myra Mazar for a while. We actually got an offer a little bit ago, but because of the COVID protocols in Australia, we couldn't get out. So that's definitely someone that we've been looking at as an opportunity, and initially who I was expecting to fight. So game plan changed a little bit for this one. I think it's going to be a finish. It'll either be a TKO or maybe something else, but it's definitely going to finish.